in the corporate sector a long while ago, probably 15, 20 years ago. I first started working in the corporate sector. I remember one of my first corporate jobs, the manager of the company said to me, well, I asked them what they wanted me to help them improve. They'd hired me as a coach to help them improve. So I asked them, what would you like me to help you improve? And he said, well, we need to improve our KPIs. Now, when he gave me these KPIs, all those years ago, I didn't know what KPIs were, key performance indicators. So I thought, you know what, I'll take them home and look at them and see what they entail. So I studied them. I had vast experience of being a coach, therapist. I worked with the leading sports people, athletes. I traveled the world, did seminars. But my business knowledge was quite limited at the time. And that was probably a good thing, really, because that would really help me in more ways than one. And I took these KPIs home and I studied them rigorously, as one does and as you do. And I thought, well, the performance improvements are all external attribution. They're all external factors that we have limited or no control over. It's a bit like playing a game of football or sport. You can't control the weather, you can't control the referee, you can influence the referee, obviously, you play the game, you can't control the other team, you can affect the other team. The best way to affect anything is through controlling your own state, your own mental capacity, your own thoughts, your own emotions to perform at an optimum level. And I felt the KPIs were putting pressure on people. Now, they're important, just like a league table in sport, to measure where you're up to, top of the league, bottom of the league, and so on and so forth. So they're obviously important. Yet, if we focus purely on the external attribution, then we have a limited input. We focus purely on the outcome. We tend to put more pressure on ourselves. So my theory was when I went back the following day and I studied these KPIs, I said, okay, my thoughts are focus on the HPI. What's the HPI? Now, you won't find this anywhere in Google. It's my creation. It's a human performance indicator. So it's an internal attribution. So I felt that, yeah, have the KPI, put the outcome to one side. It's a bit like when you're taking a penalty in a massive game. Imagine taking a penalty in a massive World Cup final. You focus on the outcome, the expectation, the meaning of it. You're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself. You've got someone pressurizing you to score the goal. So more pressure. You need to focus on the process, the technique of getting from A to B, so to speak. Now, I developed the HPI and I focused on internal attributions. I focused on enthusiasm, passion, motivation, gratitude for customer, and so on and so forth. And I felt that by doing that, you have the best chance to succeed. So that's cutting a long story short. I felt that if people could perform at an optimum, the KPIs will look after themselves. So have your targets and focus on techniques in specific areas that would predominantly help people to aim their game ahead on. So in the time we have, very briefly, what I would do is sort of scale it from 1 to 10 to quantify, with 10 being high for enthusiasm, for motivation, for passion. The attributions that are essential for someone succeeding in the business world, sports world, and so on and so forth. So if we get to 8 out of 10 with 10 being high in all those areas, then the product will look after itself. The KPIs will look after themselves. If you've got a member of staff, imagine you've got a member of staff coming into work who's enthusiastic, who's motivated, who's passionate about helping people. And if they could maintain that level day in, day out, put their game head on, and life isn't always easy, people have issues at home, people have problems at work, and things don't always go smooth sailing. If you could reach those levels consistently, imagine what you could achieve. And they would go on and smash a number of KPI records and so on and so forth. And that was the blueprint for me going forward in corporations. So the Peak Mental State seminars are focused on creating experiences for people. There's no maths equation for happiness. There's no maths equation for having the essential ability for your game head on, to be enthusiastic, to be focused, to be passionate. We can achieve that and improve that through creating a series of experiences. Experiences have a big impact on our life, good and bad, and we can create experiential learning rather than didactic learning and make it really experiential. So people can naturally evolve into better performers. And peak mental state for me is about anybody who, on any level, be it sport, be it life in general, be it business. Seminars about raising your game, and life's not always easy. I'm not every fairy, I'm not Pollyanna, the grass is not always green, it's not always bed of roses. If we focus too much on the problem rather than the solution, we're not doing ourselves any favors. So a lot of people tend to focus purely on the, my goal is to focus 10% on the issue and 90% on the solution. The seminar, the tour in Australia is going to focus on that. It's going to focus on being able to experientially work on our mind. And imagine you don't eat one good meal and you're fit for life, and you don't do one training session and you're physically healthy forever. You've got to keep doing it, and that's what peak mental state is all about. Seminars about giving experiential techniques so you can do in your own time, your own pace, so you can keep your game head on, so you can focus. Life isn't always easy. People go through bereavements, job losses, separation. So many things happen in the course of one's life, and it's not easy to keep your game head on. And that's one of the things I learned from working in corporation, that's kind of neglected sometimes. And obviously, you know, all things being well, it's not easy in the corporate environment to tend to everyone's needs. But by creating exercises, experiences for people, then we can help raise their game and become more emotionally fit. Emotional fitness, being as emotionally fit as you can be. And really, the reality is that we should be teaching these things in schools, because life isn't easy, and we should be teaching people how to become more, or live in a better place emotionally. Because really, when you think about the quality of your life, it's quality of the emotion. And throughout life, you're going to have knocks, and how you respond to those knocks is key. And in my experience, some of the best performers in the world, best sports people, best athletes, best business people, they have as many things going in their life as anybody else. What they generally do really well is you've got that bounce back ability. And I teach peak mental state, I teach a number of techniques that can help people. So imagine being able to pick yourself up. Imagine being able to put your game head on. Imagine a world where you can function at your best. Imagine a time, think of a time in your life where you were on song, you were in the money, you were fantastic, you really in that zone. And you can't think of a time. Imagine what would it be like if you know someone who gets in that zone of optimum performance. And you can reflect on that time, and perhaps you'd like to close your eyes and really reflect on the time that you felt in the zone, you felt flow, you felt confident. And just notice what you saw, what you heard, what you felt. Let those feelings magnify for every cell and muscle in the body. Let the colors shine brighter, the sounds, and really go into that zone. And as you go in the zone, imagine what it would be like to be able to go into every situation at a level where you feel, come on, let's bring it on, let's take this on. And you can turn it on and turn it off at will. You can, like a light switch, whenever you need to turn it on, you can. When you're some downtime, you can do as well. So that's what peak mental state's all about in a nutshell. Feel free to email me, Jimmy Petruzzi. That's info@excelnlp.com, info@excelnlp.com. That's info@excelnlp.com. And I look forward to seeing you at the seminars in Sydney and throughout Australia and wherever else in the world you are. Do come along and do join us for the seminars. If you want any resources, any more information, feel free to email me. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, bang, live with passion. Awesome. Thank you.